Hi guys, GameTalk, Dutch Cup. Yes, very good. AZ against Ajax 0-1. Who was expecting this basically?
Nobody.
After watching the starting 11, I was honestly scratching my head. I thought, oh my God, this is going to be tough. Especially because I also saw the starting 11 of AZ. Yeah, exactly. So I thought this is going to be difficult. At the end, we pulled through, man. This January month is going great so far.
Yeah.
How did you see this game, Papimento?
Well, let's first start with the Telegraaf coming out with the formation beforehand, and everybody saw 8 different changes. So I was holding my heart, like I was really anxious to see what was going to happen. I thought Ajax would have no chance because AZ was also with their strongest formation. But to be honest, Ajax got lucky there. That's my overall perception of the game.
Really?
They were the better team, but they didn't create that many chances. And the goal from Labiat was an offside of Neres that didn't...
that was a scrimmage goal?
That was a scrimmage goal, but you also had the Boadu offside that was given while it wasn't offside. So, yeah, for me, it's kind of lucky, this end result, that we stayed with the clean sheet.
Okay. In my view is we were a bit lucky with the VAR decisions.
Yep.
Boadu was one of them. I was also a bit wary about Alvarez's tackle in the first half.
Yeah,
in the sixth,
could have been a penalty. Yeah,
he did not. Touch the ball. He touched the player.
But Promes also had a big chance at the end. You know, but it's not all luck. I'm not just saying that.
Exactly.
But
so
it went Ajax's way today.
Yeah. So I wanted to say that Promes hit the post.
Yeah.
Gravenberch hit
was
the
a
post.
beautiful shot, by the way.
Yeah. Gravenberch hit the post as well. And what you said, Promes had a really huge chance at the end as well. So we could have scored more. But at the end of the day, if you look at the starting 11, what lessons can we draw from the performance that we had? I mean, this is not our strongest team, and we won this game. So what does it tell us? What does it tell you?
It tells me that I found our center looking more solid with Martinez, Schuurs in the back. And I wasn't even so impressed with Schuurs because he was making the same kind of mistakes you see with Blind. But it was just the distance between Martinez and Schuurs and how close they were. And if Schuurs was missed, Martinez would be his backup immediately.
I wouldn't say Schuurs, in my perception, Schuurs was more comfortable today than usual.
What I miss with Schuurs, and I don't want to compare him to De Ligt, but I'm just saying the comparison in which what I see is different. Schuurs' timing of when he should approach the guy is not there. You can see sometimes De Ligt like going in the duel when they get the ball in their feet. Schuurs is too hesitant, waiting, and that's where he loses it usually because the rest of the striker is gonna pass him by because he's waiting.
But then
take the action.
Yeah, but then he has Martinez next to him this time, and Martinez does have that.
Exactly, and he can fix it. He anticipates that Schuurs might not win it, so he covers him. And what you see with Blind is so much space between the two that if Schuurs makes a mistake, it's over. It's straight to the goal, and no chance for Blind to fix it.
So let me ask you another thing about our CB pairing. We're talking defensively. What about the build-up play? Because we're missing Blind today, and Blind is usually always the guy that is the architect from the back. He starts always the build-up play most of the times. How did you think it went today?
Look, Ajax wasn't great. Okay, it was sloppy in the first half, and I don't think they create many chances. I mean, we're talking about Promes and Gravenberch, but those were shots from 20 meters, let's say, outside of the box. But really creating and dominating and pressuring that, they did very well today, pressuring on AZ. But they didn't create many chances in the box and really to finish. Only that from Promes. I would say that's a huge chance and he should have made that.
Okay, but coming back to my question, the build-up play from the back, how was that?
I thought Martinez was great. I think Schuurs on the ball was making mistakes, or at least his balls were not getting to the player that we wanted. But I found the calmness, the passing of Martinez great. And I don't see why somebody with so much better defense is on the bench while he has the ability to not give the most difficult passes, but at least forward passes to the midfield. Look. And then if you have Gravenberch there, who was my man of the match, so much is possible because he was he was a leader on that midfield today, and he has the stature of Pogba and the technique of Pirlo. I mean, we were discussing it. Unbelievable, so young. And I know you said 5 years contract with this guy, but if Ajax can hold him another year, that would be already a big plus, because this is a huge talent, and I'm not sure we can keep him for long.
Okay, so we're talking about Martinez, who had the chance to prove himself, to show the coach, that he can be a first 11 player.
He should be a first 11.
Okay.
No. There's
How
no
about,
discussion about that.
Okay, let's talk about other players that also had a chance to prove themselves. Let's start looking at the back, also to Rensch. Rensch started, which is a bit becoming surprising, because we always thought Kleiber was the second next to Mazraoui. Now Rensch is getting more chance on the right back position. How do you think he did today?
I think Rensch did just normal. I mean, no big mistakes, but he did his job pretty well. He's one for the future. What you said about Kleiber, it still baffles me, because I saw this quality in Rensch at the beginning of the season, and Timber is also a possibility on the right back and central defender. Rensch, as we know, two-footed, so he can also play left, but also right and central.
So your question is, why did we get
Kleiber? Seriously, 6 million just down the drain if we have young Ajax players that are already better than what we're buying. So
okay, let's move on. Also, another player that hasn't been playing a lot, who was pivoting together with Gravenberch, Alvarez.
It looked solid. Actually, he didn't play a bad game. I gave him a 6 because it's mostly defensive work, what he does. But in the corner, he was very important, heading
set
twice.
Pieces.
Yeah, set pieces, very important with his headers. He had that header against the
crossbar
in the second half. And he had some good defensive headers in the corners against AZ.
Do you think he's a better balance also, because this game is showing us a lot of new things, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like Gravenberch is better balanced with Alvarez. Alvarez takes over the defensive duties. Gravenberch is placed a little bit more freely, it seems.
Yeah.
Maybe we're being a little bit too hasty, drawing
with the
conclusions.
Decision, but it is one of the best Gravenberchs we've seen. I mean, he didn't have to do much defensively, and his attacking, his dribbling on the midfield and how he passes 2 to 3 guys like it's nothing. Yeah, let him play like that. I mean, we know Gravenberch is more of a 10 than a real midfielder. So take the edge off and let somebody else do the dirty work for him.
Okay,
Why not?
We're moving a little bit ahead now, going to Ekkelenkamp, who also had a chance today to prove himself at the number 10.
Lacks speed, Ekkelenkamp for me. And he seems very... he's not calm on the ball. First touch is not great. I'm not seeing it in Ekkelenkamp at the moment. I thought last year when he came in, he was doing much better. I think it's now a self-confidence issue with him, because he's not playing at the level we saw last year, and he's not getting better. So for me, he's not even the first option to come off the bench anymore.
Okay. Then Neres, who hasn't played for like 6 weeks, had a chance to start, played one half.
Played decent, but when you play with Neres and Neres gives crosses and you see Labiat in the striker position, you're like, what can you really say about Neres? He played okay. He just came from from an injury. I'm not going to be too critical.
Yeah.
Let him just come into his rhythm and we will see. But when you play Neres, when you play Anthony on the sides, I don't want to see Labiat on 9, to be honest.
Okay, last player. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And we have Promes. Promes played okay. First half better than the second half. I think he should have made that second goal.
But does it show you also,
shot.
I mean, again, we're seeing things. Maybe also we can draw conclusions from this. Promes on the left side.
Yeah.
On the side.
Much better than on the 10, definitely.
Okay. All right.
And Labiat, I think he's going to play now the remainder of the season because he scored again. But the rest of the fucking game, he didn't do shit. But he scored, so Ten Hag will put him best player on the pitch. So.
To be honest, to be fair about Labiat, apart from, of course, the scrimmage goal, it just landed before him. He finished it. That's good. But the thing with Labiat is he lacks speed, right? And he lacks also dynamic, And what you saw, what happened once he becomes a bit of a free player, he can like walk through the
Move
pitch, move wherever he wants, and he gets the ball. That's his quality.
Special.
He can give the ball, long balls, etc. That's his playing style.
I understand,
but you cannot play him as a striker, right?
Well, it depends on how you play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you play him striker and you see Labiat making runs behind the defense,
But he doesn't do
he
that.
doesn't do that. He does it exactly like Tadic. He wants to come in the ball, and then you see Promes coming in the ball, Labiat coming in the ball, and Neres coming in the ball.
No depth.
No depth. What are you going to do with the ball? Everybody is just static.
Well, the only person in this starting 11 who had depth in that would be Ekkelenkamp.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he was doing it, but
He had one
touch,
chance.
his touch was not great.
Yeah, he had actually one cross of Neres coming. He just missed it. That was the only huge chance I
And
saw.
what I question also about Ekkelenkamp is like Ajax didn't want to loan him out. Ajax didn't want to do anything. So Ajax saw a lot of potential in Ekkelenkamp, and I'm just wondering, where is it?
I think also Ekkelenkamp has to play different. He doesn't have the touches like other Ajax players. I mean, compare him to Gravenberch, he doesn't have that.
But
he
I have to compare him to Donny, right? Donny van de Beek.
Exactly.
That's the kind of player you have.
You can compare him
but
more
his
with him.
basic skill is not Donny.
Exactly. Or maybe it's not there yet.
It's maybe even Klaassen level if I'm thinking about level of skill on the ball.
Yeah, but the thing with Klaassen is Klaassen has a better vision and also better...
He plays it simpler.
No, but also he knows where he has to be on the pitch. He's a bit more experienced, right?
Yeah.
One more player that we're missing actually is the goalkeeper.
Stekelenburg, I mean, he did okay. He kept his clean sheet, so props for that. I think it has also a lot to do with our defenders doing a great job today.
Mm-hmm.
We did get that goal, but it was a hands.
Yeah,
he did look sloppy kind of there, but
Yeah,
he
Boadu.
might have been shocked by the handball that he didn't make the
No, but that
defensive.
was a clear handball by Boadu, so it was not a goal.
If the referee doesn't whistle for that ball, it's a goal.
That's
so
true.
he should first save the ball and then
That's
complain.
true. That's true.
But we got lucky. So that's what I mean. We didn't really get lucky, but in the most critical moments, the
It went our way.
decision went our way.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. What's the biggest? That's my final question to you. What's the biggest lesson we can draw from today? And what's also another question? What's the thing that satisfied you the most about today's performance? So 2 questions from me.
I'm so happy. Okay, so Gravenberch is just next level. Okay, untouchable, should be playing every week. Martinez shouldn't be on the bench anymore. That's starting 11. Okay, even maybe better than Blind. So put Blind on the bench and let him come in. Rensch, Timber, I'm really impressed with the youth for the future. They're coming. I find them already better than Schuurs and Kleiber. So maybe Schuurs is going to go on the bench for me. It will be or Timber Blind or Timber Martinez. That kind of combo.
So are the bench players that close to the first 11?
Some bench players are already exceeding the first 11 players, yeah.
Guys, be sure to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and most importantly, join the discussion in the comments below.